Hi everybody. I want to say thank you for your support in the project and I hope you enjoy as much as I am. I want to show to you today some tips and techniques I use and I learned from many years ago. So one more time I'm going to flip the camera so you can see what I'm going to be doing and I hope this is going to be helpful for you. Like here we have the block, the first block that we're working on, and I want to show you how I do the stitches that I have in this. So it's gonna be the same stitches almost in all the project, but I just want to show you this tip. So maybe you know them already. So, but for the ones that doesn't know, here, do you know the if you pull the thread from the bottom of the, this is the, let's call it top and the bottom of your Baldani thread, then if you look in the back here for the thread, then you start pulling from here and then your little ball doesn't unravel and you don't have that mess in your sewing box or anything. It's not, whoops, it's nice and easy because then you keep pulling from the inside. So almost into the end, you will keep the same shape. So that's something that maybe you know or maybe not, but I thought it's nice to share with you. One more thing is, for me, I learned from many years ago that I don't like to use long pieces of thread. So my way to measure the right size for me is from my thumb and my finger holding like this, and then I just go to my elbow, and then I just cut right there. So this is gonna be like a nice size of thread to work with. And then I'm gonna cut two of them because I'm gonna be showing you two different things. So here I just hold it like this and go like here and then cut. And this is approximately 18 inches. So by the time you fold it, you have like a nice size thread to work with. So now I want to talk to you about the beeswax. I love the beeswax. This is something that's been in use since the Victorian days. People use this beeswax to condition the threads. Some of the threads have some sort of coating. You don't need that. Some people don't like to use it, but I love to use it. And it gives a nice stability to your thread. So you just get your, you can see mine is very used to. This, you just hold it like this and then you don't need much. You just hold it and pull the thread. And then into the rest of the thread, you just hold it again and go like this. This is what you need. You don't need much. And then if you think you have too much or for to even out the beeswax, you just go carefully like this with your thumb and between your thumb and your finger, and then you just go like this. And that's it. That's all you need. So I'm gonna prepare my second. Here we have this. I don't know you, but I never use lotions in my hands when I'm working in a hand project, an embroidery or knitting or crochet or whatever. I don't use lotion. I don't want any grease in my project. So this is perfectly fine like this. You just hold it like this and then go like this. And then for the end, you just go like this. That's it. That's all you need. If you having hard time trying to thread your needle, you just can come back to your beeswax in just the end. Give it a couple of times in there. So it gives like a little waxy feeling in there because it's a little more beeswax in there. So when you're gonna thread your needle, then it's a lot easier. So I need to put the eye of the needle by me so I can see. But I hope you can see this. I'm gonna try to do it this way so you can see it. And then you just go into that. It's done. That's very easy when you just the end of the thread. Put a couple more times, and then you thread it like that. It's very easy. And remember when you knitting, oh, I don't say it the right way. Threaded your needle. You want the needle in your thread, so the needle is the one that have to come to your thread. And so I just going to show you this like this. Start opening, see? So I just go around. And it's giving me a hard time. That's when I come back to my beeswax. And then I just go 1 and 2. So it give me a little bit of coating in the end, and then go, and it's that easy. And that's, I love that. I just love it more now that I'm getting old and my eyes are not as good as it used to be. This is the other way that I thread my needle. I just pull that thread like this and get your needle, and then you go up and down, and then can you see the loop? I hope you can see the loop in there. So you just carefully turn around and pull the loop, and you have your thread. I'm gonna do it one more time. Here you go, here. Just go. Can you see the loop in there? So you carefully go like this. And hold one end and pull the other one. And then you have it. So it's your choice. Probably you have your way to do your things. I just showing my way to do my things, and whatever is easy for me. Now I'm gonna show you how to make that thread. That knot, please. Excuse me. Here. 1, 2, 3. Remember the needle up. The thread down. 1, 2, 3. Hold it in between your finger and your thumb, and go down, and then you have that little knot there. If you want, you can cut that little end in there, so you don't have too much going on in the back of your projects. And then I'm gonna do it with this one more time. Your needle up, and you thread down. You hold it in between your finger and your thumb, and then you go 1, 2, 3, and hold this a little bit down. In between your finger and your thumb, you hold it. Hold your needle all the way down, and then here you have your little knot. So now, quick, I'm just gonna go through this. Well, I talked to you about the beeswax. My needles, I like to have different needles in my thumb, my thimble. I like this thimble, and I have this one too. I have actually many of this, and then they start breaking here, so I just buy them by the dozen, so they are not expensive at all. So anyways, I have this one most of the time when I'm doing binding. It helps to pull the needle very nice, and sometimes your finger get a little bit sore too, so it helps. And then for my thimble, I use this one, and I'm just going to show you quick some of the stitches that I have done here. Like for example here, I have a Colonial Knot right there. A stem stitch in all the project, and just a straight stitch for the little leaves or branches here, and in the center here is just a stem stitch, and then here it's mostly stem stitch. So it goes fast. I want to show you. This in this block, it doesn't mean that this is the order that I'm gonna have them in the quilt. When I have all of them done, then I'm gonna start playing and see, oh, this one look here, good here, or this one I move it here, and then I decided on the position of each block. But right now I'm gonna be working with this one. I think it's a little cute one. This is gonna be, your second week. So for this circle here, a lot of people ask me, how can I get nice even stitches and it look round? It's very easy. You just follow your line, and then you just pull your thread up, and then I like to roll my project so it doesn't get wrinkled. And here we go. I show you quick. The smaller the stitch is the easiest to go in little spaces or in curves or little circles. So you just go with a little tiny stitch. Maybe it will be like a 16th of the inch as my guess or something. And then you go the second one the same way. And then you go the second one here, the third one I will say, and then we start going around. It's a little bit hard when I have to work a little bit far from my eyes, but I try to do my best so you can see this. And you can start seeing the curve in here in this, the bow of this little guy scarf. And then, like I said, that the smaller the stitch is the best for these areas. The same as when we do in letters. The smaller the stitch is easy when the letters are not too big. Like in this case, the letters are here are not too big, but if you do a smaller stitches. So I hope you can see this. You can see is that going around the curve, and is nice and even. So, and in the back you will have that. You can see I have 2 pieces left over, so I just have a line in there, but that's not gonna be doing anything in the front. So if you have 2 pieces of the fusible that can be used like that, use it. I try to save everything and use as much as I can. So here, one more time, and see, we go. And then that way you ended up going all the way down. Now, I want to show you how I can do, how I like to do the eyes. You can use French knots, or you can use a colonial knot. I like to use a colonial knot. And then I just going to leave this thread in here, this needle here. And then I'm gonna be using this one that I have ready. I like to have a couple needles ready when I'm working. So if I run out of thread and I just finish the stitch, and then I just go in my little pink cushion, and then I have 2 or 3 already threaded and ready to go. So it's it worked for me. It's just an idea. Here we are going to be doing these eyes. So here we have the knot already. So we come here, and then come all the way up, and then I need to go down so I can do my colonial knot and explain to you better. You grab the thread in your needle, and then you make like a half loop, and you put your needle in the back like this, and then that your thread go in the front, so you can see you make like a little 8. So you just pull it. You can go all the way down here, right next to where you came out. If you go in the same spot, you're just gonna go out of the stitch. You just go right next to it, and then if you do it that way, your eye is gonna be tiny. It's gonna be a very tiny eye. But I like them to be a little bigger. So what I do is this. I make the same colonial knot. Just go in the back, in the thread, you know, your long thread is the one that goes in the front. So this in the back, this in the front, and then pull it. You make that number 8. And then I go one more time and one more time. So I go twice after I make the colonial knot. And then I go again, right next to where I came up. I'm just gonna try to do this so you can see like that. I hope you can see this. And then you hold it here with your thumb and your finger in the back. So I need my thimble. So here you hold it, and then you pull your needle and you pull the thread, and then there you have a little thicker, a little bulky colonial knot. And then now I like to do, I have this for you so you can see. I like to do the little stray stitch in there to give like a little detail to the eye. So you can leave it just like that, or you can make it different, and you just go and take maybe one thread. I hope you can see this. And then hold your colonial knot with your thumb, and you go up. You come like this and like this, and then you pull your thread, and then you go like less than 1/8 of an inch. And then the way that I do this is, when I have it like this, I pull the thread up toward where the needle is right now, and then I see the length of the stitch, and then I think, oh, maybe it's too much, maybe it's not in the right direction that I wanted, so I pull it out, and then again I go less than 1/8 of an inch, just a little stitch in there. Now this is the right size and the right direction that I wanted, so I just push my needle, hold it in the back, hold it, and then you have the little detail that I like in my snowman eyes. Now we are gonna go to the second one. Here we come again in here. With this one, I'm going to make a French knot so you can see the difference, and then you can decide how you like it, if you want to use any of these two knots. But I have to have it down here. So you have your needle, and then you pull your thread, and then you go 1, 2, and 3. And right next to it, almost in the same, but not really in the same hole, then you pull your thread and hold it with your thumb, and then push the needle and pull it in the back, and then let it go. See, it's the Colonial Knot with the extra loops. It make it a little bulky, and that's how I like it. With the French knot, it's just a little thinner, but it's all up to you how you want to do it. And then you do the same thing. You come up right next to it, the French knot, just catching like one thread or just a little piece of your thread in your French knot, and then come up here and then hold your thread and do the same thing. You know, you can go this way too. Oh, like that side, like that side. So this side. So you, okay, this is kind of what I wanted. So I just go down in there, and then push and pull your needle, and then there you go. There you have it. You can see the difference between one and the other one. So it's all up to you. The you know how you like it and how you want it to look. So now I'm going to leave this here. Actually, I'm gonna finish this in here. I'm gonna show you how I finished it. This is a good opportunity to show you this. I just came up here. Is this a stitch, right? So I just go in between the fusible woven in interfacing and in the fabric, and then come up to next to the stitch of the French knot, and then you just come all the way there, and then I just go right next to it. Don't have to be the same. I just gonna move the thread here. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than what I usually do, but I just want you to see what I do. Is I just gonna grab it like this, and if you're not using fusible weaving interfacing, you just grab the little piece of your how you call it, the thread of the French knot, or and then you just go like this, and I just go one, and then pull it, and then I just go one more time, and I leave it like that, because this is not something that's going to be washed too much or something before it's quilted, if you using it in a quilt like I am, and so that's going to be perfectly fine like that. It's gonna stay there. Now I'm gonna show you how to make this, and then here we are gonna be doing the same thing. I make the little knot here, 1, 2, 3, and then go down, and then we're gonna come here so I can show you this. Let's pretend that we have this done. So I just gonna come up right here next to the stem stitch of the trunk of the tree, and one more time I have to move this way, and I'm gonna roll my project, and I'm gonna be working from here to the ending here. I like to do small stitches when they are small areas, and I think it look more I don't know how you say in English, but like fine or delicate, or that's the right word to use, I'm not sure, but yeah, please forgive me for my mispronunciation. Here we got into the end already. Okay, this is my last one, and so it's this long. I decided not to do it that long and just do it the same length of neck. So I just gonna leave it like, because it have the pencil colors in there that, you know, so it doesn't have to be all the way there, but I got it right there. And then now I like to travel in my stitches, so I don't have any loops or anything that can be cut when you're doing the rest of your projects. And it looks nice and neat in the back too. So I just come like this, like thread like this, and then come to the front to do the first leaf or the little branch. I don't know how you will call it. And then there it is, right there. And you just go in the back. And again, I just gonna go in the back of the stitches like that. And then I move in here towards the front, pull it up, and then again here. Now, we have to go and make this one and this one, and I just don't want to go all the way like that. You can do it, but myself, I don't like. So what I will do is just go in the back of the stitches again, and then move up like this. So the thread is in there, and then now I come up here. Right there. And then again I do the stitch in here and in here, and then go in the back. I hope you can see it because I need to see it too, so I know what I'm doing. And then again I just have to come in here for the other little branch, and then go down. It's gonna be there. And again, the same situation, so I just go in the back. And then I travel behind the thread that I have in there and go on the way up. And then now I'm gonna do the last one in here. And then go like this, and like here, and now to the other side. And to do the last one. And again, let's say that we run out of thread, so I just go in the back of the stitch, and then again I do one loop. I should show you the other way, like this. I just go like this, so I get the thread and go around. So I have a loop in there to tie, and I secure with just one more stitch. So that's not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna cut this little extra thread from the knot here, and then you have like a nice back and a nice in the front. So let's say that now we have to go and do this one. So remember, we have to pretend that we have this piece done. So what we'll do is we travel the same way that we travel in here. So if it's here, I just travel in the stitches in the back of the stitch and come up all the way here, and then I start doing the same thing and come up here, and then travel again in the back and keep going like that. So that's how I do it that way. So like this loop is not going to be loose, it's going to be right like this behind. It's how I learned to do it many years ago, and that's how I like to do it. Doesn't mean that you have to do it that way, or is the perfect way to do it, or the only way to do it. It's nothing like that. It's just that's how I do it, so I want to share it with you. And I think I have this covered for you today. and I hope you enjoy that little class, and be excited for your next block. And I will have all this done and show it to you sometime this week, so you can get excited for your next block. So thank you very much again, and many blessings to all of you. Bye bye.